This video is designed to help you start a sports shop business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a sports shop business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful sports shop of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Before starting a sports business, it's essential to know who your competitors are and how they're doing. So, visit other sporting goods stores in the area to see what's good and bad about the goods and services they offer. If there is a sport that consumers are interested in but underserved, this could be your opportunity to capture the market. You should find out popular sports activities and hobbies in your area. For example, a nature reserve or park is a lucrative market for popular outdoor activities, like kayaking and hiking. If your city has a lot of bike paths, the demand for bicycles is likely to increase. You can open a sporting goods business specializing in bicycle rental, sale, and repair. If your sporting goods store caters to all kinds of sports interests, you can start with sporting goods products like camping, fishing, hiking, hunting, baseball, soccer, basketball, hockey, golf, and tennis. Be aware, however, that no one can cover a general sport or market, as there isn't a strong enough customer base to back it. So, instead of a mass-intensive approach that requires a lot of money, focus on specific sports like golf, fishing, or hunting, to become a professional sports retailer and make a difference. Focusing on a niche market helps you cover every aspect of a particular sport without thinning your resources. Select by customer group. Alternatively, you can focus on customer groups, such as amateur athletes, teenagers, or products aimed at children. Conversely, you can also go to the other end to cater to the professional market only, and offer only high-end sportswear and equipment. A distinct niche from sports equipment is sports memorabilia and apparel. To stand out from competitors, you need to be at the forefront of a new style or innovation. For example, if your store specializes in sports souvenirs, find and sell unique pieces that you can't find elsewhere. That is the mechanism of success and sustainable business development in the long run. Pricing strategy. Some sporting goods stores prefer to sell to coaches of sports teams, because they often buy sports equipment in bulk for players on the team throughout the year. Besides, customers who prefer high-end sports equipment are often willing to pay a premium for high-quality items. Therefore, it'll bring a more significant profit margin and determine your pricing model. Since sportswear comes in a wide range of prices, set your prices in line with your competitors, and your customers will remain loyal. The biggest question is probably, what are the costs involved in opening a sporting goods store? According to Starter Story, the average cost for starting a sports business is $39,237. However, it should include startup and ongoing costs to make it up and run in at least 3 months. The first is rent, as you'll need to buy or rent retail space for your sporting goods business. Also, you'll need to build a website for starting a sporting goods store online. Finally, the overhead costs include applying for a business license, business registry, initial inventory, stocking shelves, insurance, and utilities such as software and hardware. Capital. From a primary financial projection, you compare costs with your existing funds to determine how much you need to borrow, and what kind of profit margin can be expected. Once you've completed your business plan, you can take it to a loan office and bank to apply for a credit line or a small business loan. It helps rent store space, buy inventory, and pay employees before you can start turning a profit. Build an e-commerce website. Even if you're a brick-and-mortar store, it's still crucial to have a website that leads to the success and recognition of your sporting goods store. At first, you can start with basic information such as pictures, some general information, and a story about the product, hours of operation, and store location. Then, as your store grows, you might consider bringing your entire inventory online. From there, customers can browse at home, and even make purchases from outside of their local area. When developing an e-commerce website, it's crucial to provide customers with a safe and convenient shopping experience. Website creation for small businesses got a whole lot simpler, with pre-built e-commerce platforms that are out of the box and customizable as you grow. The best platforms are Magento, WooCommerce, and Shopify. Create a checklist. Store opening and closing are the two most important processes that significantly impact the day-to-day operations of your retailer. It ensures that all of your employees aiming for the same goal are on the same page. In other words, your sporting goods store can build healthy habits and long-term success by following a good checklist for opening and closing a retail store. Those benefits include Support to organize daily work processes. Improve internal communication. Reduce waste costs. Practice customer service standards for customer satisfaction. The next part of the video is not specific to a sports shop business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the sports shop business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful sports shop business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these 2 extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice, may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive, based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into two parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a sports shop business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free sports shop business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.